Welcome to Shooting It Straight with Stan. I am your host, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states, sporting the ever-popular annuity goatee. Yes. See, I'm looking forward to, 200 days from now where it's like 6 inches long and people are like, what are you doing, Stan? Or my wife's like trying to reach around here and cut it off with scissors. It's not funny. We're having fun here, right? We're having fun. I even have a podcast called Fun with Annuities, and yes, we have fun. So today's topic is a good one, and it's one that is a no-brainer, but one that I keep repeating, so I'm going to hammer it factually, as only Stan the Annuity Man can do. It's the older you are, the higher the annuity payment. I know what you're saying. Wait a minute, Stan. How about Chairman Powell and the interest rates? How about that? How about that index? How about that variable? How about that? Here's the way to look at it. Okay. You already own the best inflation annuity on the planet, Social Security. And I get these calls all the time. Stan, should I turn on the income at 65 with Social Security? Or should I turn it on at 70? And I'm like, what do you think? What do you want to do? Well, Stan, I looked at the numbers. It's higher when I turn 70. The income's a lot higher. Of course it is. You're older. So your life expectancy is less, which means there's fewer projected payments, which means those payments will be higher. It's that simple, but that doesn't make it the better choice. And I'm not a Social Security expert. Don't want to be, don't plan on being. Please don't call me for that. I have some experts that, for whatever reason, find Social Security endearing and interesting, and that's what they do, and we send them to you. Send their name to you for you to call. But I always tell the person that asks me that question of, that 65, should I take the Social Security at 65 or 70, is I always say, you got to factor in the payments that you missed. Those 5 years of payments, 60 months of payments that you missed, waiting on that higher payment. And then how long will it take for you to make up for that money that you didn't have with those higher payments? I find it comical, mathematically comical, that most financial journalists or advisors that have large followings on YouTube, etc., that are in the space of stocks and bonds and all that stuff. I have large. I'm the king of the hill in the annuity space on social media, ain't no doubt. But people out there going, well, you have to wait till 70. We just have to wait till 70. Come on. I mean, if you look at the map, everyone's situation's different. You cannot make that carte blanche statement. You can say that if you wait till 70, your payments will be higher. Okay? I mean, that's true, but everyone's situation is different and customizable. And I've had people on my podcast, very smart people, my Fun with Annuities podcast, say, well, you just have to wait till 70, Stan. We've run the numbers, and I understand you've run the numbers. But what if the person needs the money, needs the income to start sooner? You want them to do without even more? And I think that's my biggest problem here, is I come from rural North Carolina, and, my parents did without and scrimped and saved, and you probably did too, and you're always trying to thread the needle, and you're always trying to time it. And what I'm going to tell you is you can't time it. You can't time it with annuities. You can't time it with lifetime income. If you remember that the older you are, the higher the payment. But that doesn't mean you wait till you're older. I always say there's 3 phases of retirement: slow go, slow go, and no go. So go when you're rolling, slow go when you're slowing down, and no go when you're drooling on yourself. And if you live long enough, we're all going to get to no go, and that's no fun. That's the reason they call it no go. No fun, no go. But I need you to think differently in chapter 2 of your life. And at the time of this taping, there's so many things going on in the world. There always is. I mean, I know the historians will say, well, Stan, if you look back in the 40s and the 50s, I understand that, but I'm not looking back. I'm right here. I'm in the moment with everyone else listening to me. My question to you is, when you ask me and this is happening a lot. I don't take a lot of calls anymore just because of my schedule, but when I do get on the phone, and when you schedule a call at theannuityman.com, you might get me. Okay. But people ask me, Stan, should we wait? Or, what would you do? Well, and my comment to that every time is, well, if you wait, you're going to get a higher payment because you're older, because the older you are, the higher the payment. But my question to you is, should you wait? Or why are you waiting? Tell me again, why are you waiting? Why are you continuing to do without? Why are you continuing to scrimp and save? Why aren't you turning on the income now? There might be a tax reason why you don't want to do that. You might have other income sources coming in while you're deferring. I get it. And that's what we're going to figure out, whether you're talking to me or my team. We're going to figure out why. We're going to ask questions and try to make sure that you're doing the right thing for your situation. But if your comment to me is, well, we're going to wait because we're going to get a higher payment and you need income now and you could enjoy it now during the go-go years, then I'm going to probably put my foot down and put the flag in the ground and say, why are you doing that? I had a situation the other day. Someone's trying to sell them. This makes me sick to my stomach, okay? A lot of income riders attached to variable and index annuities, you have to wait a full year to turn on the income stream. It's just the rule of a lot of those riders. It doesn't make them bad or good. I mean, it is the rule, right? But I always ask people two questions. What do you want the money to contractually do? And when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? And I asked this gentleman this because he's wanting my second opinion on what's been pitched. And of course, I'm going to give it to him brutally. And I asked him, what do you want the money contractually to do? He said, me and the wife want lifetime income. When do you want that income to start? We kind of need it now, like in the next 30, 60 days. Okay, great. That's an immediate annuity. Well, shouldn't we wait? Wouldn't if we waited, will it be higher? Yeah, it's going to be higher because you can be older, but that doesn't mean you wait. You just told me you needed it now. Well, and his comment was typical, kind of where I grew up in middle America. Well, we can do without, we can make it happen, we can make it work and wait that year. But really what they were doing was waiting a year so that person could sell them a high commission product because that was the rule that they were under. They weren't listening to him. So I convinced them to take the income stream now, buy an immediate annuity and go enjoy life. I mean, it's amazing to me after COVID, how we all make those sayings to it. Well, I'm telling you, this COVID thing's changed me I'm never going to just hold on and I'm going to live for the day. I'm never going to wait. And what's happening? People have forgotten that and they're back to trying to thread the needle and maximize and find the sweet spot. There are no sweet spots with annuities. There's no arbitrage moment with annuities. The older you are, the higher the payment for lifetime income. When you're looking at lifetime income, it's that simple. And if you want to wait, then you got to tell me why. And you might convince me that's a good reason. But if you can't convince me, then I'm going to say, well, why don't you turn it on now? And you're going to say, well, because the payments are lower. Oh, yeah, because you're younger. But factor in all those payments you would miss if you waited till you're older. Annuity decisions, annuity products, annuity strategies are custom to you, are custom to your situation and your family situation. And for lifetime income, they're customized to your income needs. Yes, you are right. Lifetime income is higher when you're older, but that doesn't mean you always do that. If you can live your life now, why wouldn't you just live your life now and enjoy it? Why do you keep waiting and waiting and waiting? Every single year, and I've been doing this a long time, decades, I'll have 2 or 3 people call me and say, Stan, and this is true, these are such crazy stories. It's hard to believe, but they're true. They'll say things like, I should have listened to you. If I could give $5 million today to feel good for a week, I would. Or if I could do it all over again, I'd have turned on that income stream because now I have been diagnosed with this and I'm not going to live a long time. I should have enjoyed the money. And I think we can look at this title and this topic and say this: the older you are, the higher the payment, yes, with annuities. But don't look back on it and say you should have enjoyed the money while you were waiting on the higher payment. Don't thread the needle. Okay. Look at your situation. Look at how it affects you. Look at how you can enjoy it. And just remember this. Look back at your work time. You've worked for decades and done without and scrimped and saved and planned. And now you're here. You don't need to keep doing that. With a lot of this, you can just say, okay, we're going to turn on the income stream now. We're going to enjoy it now. It might be a lower payment. We're going to enjoy it now. Because if you wait 5 more years, your health might not be there. If you wait 5 more years, your spouse might not be there. If you wait 5 more years, who knows where we're going to be as a country? If you wait 5 more years, who knows where we're going to be in the world, right? And I'm not being a fatalist. I'm not Mr. Armageddon. I'm not. I'm glass half full Stan. You know me. I'm up. But part of my job is to grab you and remind you of what you've done and what you've achieved and what you've accumulated, and remind you that it's time to start enjoying that. It's time to create that income stream. It's time to not try to time it. It's time for you not to continue to try to be Gordon Gekko and you're not going to beat the annuity company, okay? Because if we go under the premise that we all agree upon, whether it's Social Security, your pension, or an annuity lifetime income stream product, and there's 4 different types, SPIAs, DIAs, QLEX, and income riders. You can run quotes at my site 24/7, 365. But if you remember, the older you are, the higher the payment. Great. Okay, great. The older you are, the higher the payment. Then the next round of questions are, do I want to enjoy it now, or do I want to wait to enjoy it? And the only person that can honestly answer that is you. And I need you to honestly answer it. I don't want you to answer it with what someone's whispered to you. I don't want you to answer it with what you've read. I don't want you to answer it with whatever study you saw about, Social Security or payments or longevity. I want you to answer it based upon the life you want to live right now until you die. That's what I want you to do. We're all getting older. Hallelujah to that. I've got a gray goatee, annuity goatee. Got to trademark that before someone trademarks it before me. My wife said, I tell my wife that. She goes, don't worry, you're good. What a saint, But listen, we look forward to speaking with you. I've got a full team, great people, smart people. I hope you get me on the phone. If you schedule a call, there's like a 5% chance you get me, because I do open my schedule when I'm not traveling. And I'd love to talk with you. And I hear a lot of these stories. Like we have meetings and I'll say, tell me what people are saying. Tell me what they're saying. Tell me what they're worried about. One of the reasons I'm doing this video on this topic is because people are struggling with when to turn income on. People are struggling with this, knowing what they know, but not being able to get out of their own way. We're here to help. And we really are. And I love what I do. I love the fact we're helping people. And I love the fact that we're changing the annuity industry for the better. And I'm telling you, we are. They're coming kicking and screaming the whole way. But here's the fun part. They're coming with me. They're changing their message. And the annuity industry is getting ready to triple because of it. Because we're going toward a contractual guarantees only message, a lifestyle message, and letting the baby boomers know, all 13,000 of you that turn 65 every single day, and the younger ones and the older ones, that these products are good. They're great transfer risk products, and they're contractually guaranteed. My name is Stan, the Annuity Man. I'll see you next time.